Oh no, folks. It seems as if Chicago didn't really want to spend $12 to watch this preseason game in person. They didn't want to see the epic return of their number one star that got traded away coming back. I mean, these tickets were going for $7-8, $6.50 in some.
The self-described Chai Barbie, Angel Reese, was going back to the city that made her famous. The venue was ready, the lights were on, the floor was spotless, the scoreboard was illuminated, and the Chicago sky was back. This was supposed to be the pivotal moment, the return, the fresh start. Then came the fans. Rather, they didn't.
Watch this. Uh-oh, now look, it's our time. Listen, when Kaylin had her preseason game, y'all wanted to come put stuff in our face and clown us. Well, guess what? Now it's time for y'all to get the same treatment. So tell me why in Angel's first preseason game, and it went exactly how I told y'all it would, she shot 28% in the paint. 0% from the three-point line. Every three she threw up there, clank. And then from the free throws, she made 4 out of 8. She had 8 free throws. They was free. And she only made half of them.
Let's start with what happened on the court because the game itself told a story before anyone ever looked at the attendance numbers. Angel Reese played in the Chicago Sky's first preseason game of 2026 against the Atlanta Dream at Winrest Arena. And the night passed quickly. She shot 2 of 7 from the field and missed 4 of her 8 free throw attempts, finishing with 8 points in just 13 minutes of action. It's not a typo. 2 of the 7. There were 4 missed free throws. For a player who has spent the past 2 years establishing herself as the team's face, that kind of performance is notable. And with Angel, nothing ever works.
Decides to let her ego get in the way. That's where she's going to be dangerous and destroy the team. And I'm being honest here because honestly, she's literally the same player from last year. She's the same player from the year before. She didn't really change that much, man. She's the same exact player, okay? As long as she can score 0 to 5 feet and don't miss layups, she will be fine. But I don't think it's the game on the court is the issue. The issue is, will she be willing to accept a role player position? If she accepts it, she will be fine. If she don't, there's going to be huge problems. This is going to be called Atlanta nightmare afterwards. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's going to come down to that. Is she willing to accept her role? Because I said this before and I got hated for it, but I don't give a damn.
Since Reese had transferred to the Atlanta Dream during the offseason, this was officially her dream debut versus her former team. It was already a strange idea to go back to the building where she had been suspended and confront the group she had publicly sparred with in a game where the city of Chicago had every reason to want to see what she would do. The city responded to that question before the opening tip. There were 3,000 empty seats in Winrest Arena. 3,000 seats are vacant in a building that should be bustling right now.
Now, if I had to take a guess, behind the baskets, they said, you guys don't need to sit here. Let's actually file you in to the hundreds, to the 100 sections, and we'll move you towards center court. So on TV, it actually looks like there's more people in the building than it actually is. So I'm assuming that behind this backboard, you see that it's empty. The upper deck, you see that it's empty. But I would also assume that behind the basket that we're getting this camera angle from, it is empty, and the upper deck is empty. If I had to take a guess, 1,500 people in the building? Maybe 1,500?
The internet immediately took note. It always does. Within an hour of the tip-off, pictures and videos of the enormous stretches of vacant seats were circulating on Reddit, TikTok, and X. The comment sections filled up fast. There were 3,000 unfilled seats for Angel Reese's return, and she sold out. We had no idea what that arena was used for. Some were surprised. Some people did not find it shocking at all. However, regardless of your position, you were unable to contest the image. Empty seats don't care about your story. They just sit there and tell it like it is. From the parking lot on April 29th, 3,000 empty chairs in Chicago conveyed a fact.
Been a while, and I'm sure you came back to a sellout crowd that could not wait to see you. Or not. Only 6,724 fans showed up to the Wintrust Arena. Yeah, it holds about 9,500 fans, so we're talking roughly 3,000 fans away from being sold out to see the return of Angel Reese.
Because this specific story has already been told, things become more complicated at this point. Recall May of 2025. Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky traveled to the Pete Moravich Assembly Center at LSU, her college home, the site of her national championship victory, and the place that made her famous for preseason exhibition game. They opened the lower bowl since they couldn't fill the upper one. Even when tickets were resold for as little as $11 and some as low as $15, the seats remained unoccupied. By 2025, social media obtained access to these images and refused to let go. But given that Chicago made the same claim in 2026 as those LSU fans, it seems that the lesson was forgotten. This time, they said it in her own city.
Just being grateful for the opportunities that I did have here in my first 2 years. A lot of positives, and things came on to a lot of support of our team. So really happy and grateful, and happy to be here. Yeah, I didn't feel new. Everybody keeps asking how I feel, but
This pattern is hard to overlook. The 2025 season did not conclude well for Reese. The Chicago Sky finished the season with one of the poorest records in the league, 10 wins and 34 losses, and missed the playoffs for the second year in a row. It's not only a bad season, to put things in perspective. It's a historically challenging time for a squad that had genuine postseason ambitions when they built around Ree. But the team's on-court collapse was only one part of the story. Off the pitch, things got much more crazy. In an interview with the Chicago Tribune, Angel Reese hinted that if the organization didn't bolster its lineup, she could consider her future elsewhere. The Sky did not like that at all. They openly deemed her remarks to be detrimental to the team and suspended her as a result. The fact that a player was suspended by her own club in the middle of the season for criticizing the team's performance is not unimportant. That is the type of thing that follows you. And it followed her throughout the offseason and all the way to Atlanta.
She doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Bannum or Haley Van Lith are capable of leading a playoff team. And according to the Tribune, Reese believes that the team needs to be overhauled this season around just 2 solidified pieces on the 2026 roster, herself and Camila Cardoso. She said, "I'm not settling for the same crap we did this year. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. However I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what."
As a result, Angel Reese's return to Chicago in Atlanta Dream colors during the 2026 preseason made news. The franchise exit, the suspension, the comeback, and the uncertainty of whether her and the Sky's romance was truly gone. Beneath all of that was the oldest and most persistent criticism of her play, which endures no matter how many rebounds she scores. Her efficiency as a shooter, particularly her inability to consistently convert shots near the rim. This has dominated conversations about Reese's game since her freshman year, and it made a spectacular comeback after this performance. For the previous 2 years, she has been criticized for her impressive rebound numbers, which are actually impressive on paper, but show that you are recovering your own misses rather than creating second chances from someone else's. The metric starts to tell a different story than what the box score suggests.
The whole time, you guys were serious about Angel Reese rebounds coming from her own layups? I ain't believe it till today. Like, I'm looking, I see she got 7 in the first quarter. I'm like, oh yeah, she balling. I go on ESPN, Angel Reese offensive rebound. Angel Reese miss. Angel Reese offensive rebound. Angel Reese miss. Angel Reese offensive rebound. Angel Reese blocked. Rebound. Angel Reese blocked again. Rebound. Bruh, do you not have other teammates, gang? After the second miss, just pass the ball. What am I looking at right now? This all happened in the first quarter in the span of 2 minutes, bro. I thought people was trolling when they said this, bro. Like, I know that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese beef on the internet is crazy, but nah. We gotta leave color out of this. What the hell is that? I'm surprised her teammates are not upset at her, bro. All these attempts, you could have easily passed the ball. You rebound, you see you can't put it up, pass it.
The most prominent example of this tendency happened in May 2025 during a game against the New York Liberty that went viral for all the wrong reasons. During a portion of that game, Ree missed 8 shots while grabbing 12 rebounds. In a span of 19 seconds, 5 of the rebounds were the result of self-generated second opportunities. In just 19 seconds, she pulled down 5 offensive rebounds from her own missed buckets. The video became viral. On numerous platforms, broadcasters, casual fans, and sports experts used it to illustrate the primary topic of discussion around her game. In fact, there are rebounds. It's also accurate. Those misses are the source of these rebounds. Additionally, if you understand how the second number generates the first, the entire picture becomes far more complex than a stat line alone can express. It was never really taken out of the conversation. Ree made 2 of his 7 field goals against the Sky on April 29th, but he also missed 4 more free throws.
Today, finished the game. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. She was on fire. She was cooking. She was cooking. At least that's what you would think. With this Yahoo Sports graphic, and of course fans, they weren't letting it slide by. Well, shot 2 for 7. You can find better hoops at an 8th grade AAU. Damn. Poster stats, dog. 2 for 7. Field goal, under the rim, 4 for 8 from the free throws. Ouch.
This explains why it's so challenging to address shooting inefficiency. Ree's choice to shoot difficult photos is not being criticized. She is not making contested threes or off-the-dribble pull-ups from mid-range. The photos she is missing are the easiest to make. Close-range shots, layups, and free throws. Such shots should be converted frequently by a player of her size and quickness. If you are 6 feet 3 inches and have Angel Reese's frame, finishing at the rim should be a strength rather than a weakness. But that's exactly what she does, game after game, preseason after preseason, which continually makes headlines for the most undesirable reasons. Not her thefts, not her rebounds, nor her defensive presence, not her misses. If your missed shots are the primary topic of conversation after a game, the conversation about your performance has not advanced as you would expect it to.
Game from tonight.
Angel Reese was shooting the three. Angel Reese steps away, the passing lane forces the turnover, calls her own number, can't finish.
I bet that was highly. She fouled out of the.
For that shot, Angel Reese doing
Pathetic.
Some action on the defensive glass.
Plain.
Was excited for her opportunity to
Free
return
throws.
to Chicago. And now this league in
You think she's Caitlin Clark?
up there as well. Blocks the rebound. We've got 2 new teams here in the league this year. Angel Reese on her head, going right at Cardoso. Angel with the rebound. Angel with the putback and draws.
Now, let's go back to those 3,000 empty seats. They deserve more than a passing comment. The public's declining interest in Angel Reese in Chicago was not an accident. Over the course of a 10-34 season that nobody enjoyed watching, it evolved gradually and subtly. In addition to a franchise exit that felt more like a relationship that had quietly run out of steam than a triumphant departure, there was an embarrassing and public suspension. Fans process all of that. They remember it. Additionally, 3,000 of them came to the conclusion that they should buy tickets to see their former player perform in a preseason game. Their couch was a better option. That is not apathy stemming from ignorance. Therefore, when 3,000 people in the player's home market, in a building that has hosted her games for 2 full seasons, decide not to attend a highly publicized return, it is not fair wondering whether those fans were paying attention. How did they interpret what they saw, and what were they concentrating on?
Listening to the announcers, Angel drives, miss. Angel Reese, miss. Angel, nothing but rim. My God, she jumps and gets shorter. Block. Falls on head 3 times. Angel Reese, 28% from the field, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Don't call it a comeback.
The contrast that is frequently brought up in this conversation is uncomfortable to those who would prefer to preserve the integrity of the story. Reese was suspended and the Sky missed the playoffs for the second year in a row because the Indiana Fever were doing something entirely different during the same 2025 WNBA season when Chicago finished 10-34. They were moving games to bigger venues because their existing stadiums could not handle the demand. Teams from across the league, such as the Connecticut Sun, Atlanta Dream, and Dallas Wings, were voluntarily relocating from their home facilities to NBA-sized arenas to handle the growing numbers of spectators. In 2026, the Indiana Fever will play 39 of its 44 regular season games at locations permitted by the NBA. 39. A single player's attraction may still be conveying a completely different story than what the marketing depicts, even while the league is growing. The attendance statistics are not subjective. They do nothing but count.
We've been practicing, for a week and a half, and it feels like 2 months, and it's been super seamless. I think everybody can see an easy adjustment for me because I think my teammates and my coaches feel a lot of confidence into me, and they want me to take the shots that sometimes I'm not confident maybe to take, but I was able to come out tonight and take shots that I was not comfortable taking, and they still pat me on the back for it and still uplifted me in ways that I probably didn't have before, so it was really great.
And so here we are again. A new season, a new team, and a new city. Atlanta will be waiting to see what sort of Angel Reese shows up when the games start to matter. The Sky suspension is visible in the rearview mirror. The season of 10-34 is long gone. Technically speaking, the vacant seats in Chicago and the vacant facility in Baton Rouge are in the past. However, this is the issue with rearview mirrors. They are essential because the things that came before you still exist and have an impact on your future. Uncertainty has always caused Reese to respond loudly. She has never been afraid to express who she is and what she believes. She senses that she serves as a representative. Her boldness has been the foundation of her brand. Furthermore, a person who refuses to back down in the face of severe criticism has a really alluring quality. But boldness is only as powerful as the results it produces. She is also no longer taking advantage of the results on the court and in the stands. It's not because reviewers claim the game needs better shooting. A championship-caliber offensive game is not built on offensive rebounds from your own misses. The shot must eventually come in. The fact that there were 3,000 vacant seats in April 29th, Chicago. They weren't brought on by lousy marketing, inclement weather, or scheduling conflicts. They sent a message. Whether or not Angel Reese decides to accept it is entirely up to her. But the seats are real. They never do.